in the same 1 minute later selling it right next to each other. And they were doing that constantly, just making money left and right. So I had just graduated from college. I had a friend who got drafted by the Rams, and so he was playing for the Rams, and he wanted to get into it. So he came down. They had a meeting, and basically I was here doing everything, and he was just providing the money. So we flipped about 4 houses in that 1 year. That was the last year everything happened. So we flipped 4 houses, got stuck with one, rented it out for a while before we sold it. And then that was pretty much all that I had, all my experience with it. And then last year, I actually just talked to John yesterday, I believe, about this. But last year, I actually just got him. I found on Craigslist a company that said they would help you out trying to find real estate and make some money in it, things like that. So I got involved with them and paid them $500 to basically just get a list of being able to go out and on my own and do some canvassing and stuff like that. And I did that for about 3 months. Never actually was even able to talk to anyone. I went to their house, signed a contract, paid them the money, and then they just sent me emails. It's been forever since I emailed them and got any houses. When I was talking to John yesterday, I'm gonna email them this morning. So I emailed them this morning, and they sent me a list today of 100 houses. So, but I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I was telling John, hey, what's up, John?
Hey guys.
Yeah, I was just telling him yesterday. I'm sure it's just the same old list that everyone gets, that from the pre-foreclosures that are going up at the down at the when the pre-foreclosures come up. But that's all the experience I really have with it.
Yeah. Well, like John said,
hey guys, sorry.
What's up,
Go
John?
ahead, buddy.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
We hear you.
Oh no, I said I was I kind of brought on here to what Craig was saying about getting the list this morning, and telling you kind of what we had some conversations about. And apologize, I got on here a few minutes late for whatever reason. I was going to the invite and it was saying it was 24 hours to the hangout, and I'm like, that's odd.
Yeah.
So all right,
you know what? It's not odd.
That's good.
Yeah, no, I didn't look at the date. I just because I always kind of set you up for in the morning. It'll say a certain time of day. It'll like automatically set you up for tomorrow, and I did send it out for so we can be back here tomorrow.
All right, that works for me.
But anyway, yeah, like John was saying, I think I heard John tell you at one point in time, like you about the list, the list that you get. It's like this time you can just call a title company and get pre-foreclosure lists. And the thing is, if you looked at that list and you narrowed it down, you kind of do there's really probably only, unless you're going after short sale, only potential for out of 100, maybe 5 potential deals there, So
yeah.
like, unless you're going after those sales.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean that was probably that was about a year and a half ago that I dealt with that company, but yeah, I sent them an email this morning and they sent me a list. So I mean they're still doing what they said they would do, because basically it was I could do it whenever I wanted to, but I mean it just goes back to it's just a list that it has to be worked, and who knows how many other people are working it at the same exact time. You know what I mean? So
Right. Right. What was that company?
Arizona. I was looking at the email right now. It's Arizona Distressed Properties is who I get the email from.
I think I've kind of heard of that. I'm not quite sure what it is or anything, but you said that your boy plays. Who's that?
What's
I'm a
that?
big Rams fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, he
But
got drafted. He got drafted in 2000. Yeah, 2001 or two. His name was Richard Angulo. He played for the Rams for 2 years. Got cut. Went to the Minnesota Vikings. Played for the Vikings for uh, 4 years. Got cut by the Vikings. Then went to the Chicago Bears when they went to the Super Bowl. And well, yeah, they lost in the Super Bowl in Miami when it rained really bad. But he played for the Bears that one season, and that was his last season there. So he's vested in everything, and he actually ended up marrying a millionaire for a woman. So he did well there. So, but
yeah,
yeah,
that's doing it right there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, his name
Never had a shot at that.
is
Never had a shot at that angle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think. You a DB?
No, he was a tight end. He was a tight end. I mean, and honestly, he never he. I remember he got. I'm a Raiders fan, unfortunately, but he got his first touchdown against the Raiders. But he never, honestly, he never played that much. I mean, he got in games and things like that, but he wasn't like a big time player or anything like that. He did get on the field with all the teams.
Never started.
Yeah, yeah, not somebody who made a
Never,
huge name. I mean, he got paid over $500,000 a year every year. So, I mean, to play football for nine
hey,
months out of the year. So yeah,
I don't know what's going on here. We're having. I don't know if it's. I'm actually scabbing off the neighbors. So I'm gonna turn on my hotspot as a backup here.
oh okay.
Seems to. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's me or if it's you or I don't know what the heck John went. He popped in, said hi, and he lost his connection, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, because when you're talking, it's going to kind of in and out, stuttering back and forth.
Is John popping back in? Flies in the.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what the heck's
I don't
going on.
know.
Can you guys hear me? Can you
You
hear me?
there?
I think so. Hey, am I back? Craig, I hear you. Are you there? Can you hear me? Hello? Shoot. I don't know what's happening.
Are you guys there?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, man. Paul.
I'm sending out new invites now. I think I screwed up.
Are you guys back?
I had a call. I'm doing it from and then at the blocking mode on, so the reason I dropped was because call came in, I tried to like hit ignore and it answered the call and then took me off. And then I came back and then I could hear Craig and the whole thing got through.
Okay, well, we're back live, so goodbye. Come back. Okay. I forgot. I usually have to. I usually go off of my phone to that because, like I said, I'm actually scabbing off of the neighbor's internet here, so I can never really rely on that connection for whatever reason. So,
Oh, okay.
but you know, she lets us do it. So what the heck?
Yeah.
I'll save I'll save myself 50, $70 a month or whatever they want for internet these days. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, and they don't pay. That's the cheapest service that any company has to provide because it's just always there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and
So,
everyone pays way too much for it. So, yeah, John just texted me right now. I know you were just on the phone with him, right?
yeah, and I just come on. I did send you an invite. The wonders of technology here.
Yeah.
All right. 45 minutes in. Let's see if we can get this thing right, huh?
But we were supposed to meet up at 8:30, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, 15 minutes in. Let's see if
Oh,
we can
okay.
get this thing right. Okay. The funny thing is we lost everything, but it stayed live. How's that
Yeah,
work?
I was still on here. I went to the bathroom really quick and came back. You guys are still here, so it's happened before. I do a lot of I get on a lot of webinars and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I
So you
know
working
John.
now, Craig, or
What's that?
I said, so you working now or what?
Yeah, I work for Dish Network. I do sales for Dish Network, but I also do like some multi-level marketing and things like that. I know John was telling me you do, or I kind of when you guys were talking on the conference the other day, or the webinar that you guys were doing, um, I was thinking that you guys were kind of alluding that you guys would do Legal Shield, or is that one that you do, Legal Shield?
Legal Shield is one that I am a member of. Yeah, I really haven't put any effort into it. I really haven't put any effort into Legal Shield as of yet. I am a member. I have signed up for it. I
No.
am signed up as a seller. But
Yeah.
Legal Shield is I haven't. That's kind of the bottom priority one for me. But I do believe in the product. I like the product. I like the service.
Yeah.
So I am a member.
Yeah. I've known quite a few people to do Legal Shield. I know it's been around quite a long time now too.
Yeah, yeah. It used to be prepaid legal.
Yeah.
Hmm. So yeah, that's been around for a long time. I was actually just introduced to. I'd heard of prepaid legal, but I never looked into what it was or anything like that. And
Hmm.
a guy introduced me to it last year, and I was like, yeah, I like this. I'm gonna sign up for it. And I've been to a few meetings and whatnot. The whole program's pretty good. Um, it's uh, it's a combination of direct sales and network marketing. So you know, it's still kind of based around you having to be out there selling all the time to you know, to make your quotas and do all that sort of thing, that's which that's the reason why it's the lowest on my list because I don't have time to be out there selling Legal Shield right now.
Yeah. Okay. John just texted me and said he can hear us.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck he's having problems with. So anyway, yeah. So you said Dish Network. So are you going door-to-door sales, or how's your sales go? How do you do your sales?
No, I'm actually in the call center.
The call center. Okay. Great.
Yeah, I'm actually in the call center. So, but
Right.
I did some social media marketing for. Well, I started my own business. Probably that was back in when I was doing before I started doing the houses. I was doing trophies. I was assembling trophies, doing trophies and like screen printing, custom laser engraving. It all grew into that. And then, I mean, the economy hit. Schools were having trouble paying their POs. I was doing everything out of my garage. I did it for about 3 years before I had a son and I had to go back to work. I mean, I needed the consistent money and the insurance and everything. So that's what I did. So, I mean, but I've been doing sales my whole life. So I'm always looking for something. I'll never stop looking for something that is mine, you know, or something that I can do for myself. So.
Right, exactly. So what you said you are into some network marketing. What are you into?
Um, right now, I do a company called National Wealth Center. Um, it's a multi-level marketing company, but the reason why I like it is because there's not like a lot of business volume or that you have to keep up every single month or anything like that with the products. Um, that company's been around for about 16 years. Um, it's a smaller company within under the umbrella of multiplex systems, which gives like a lot of audio and video products. So basically, that's what the products are.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, like we alluded to the other day, yeah, the Legal Shield and um, we've got let's see, yeah, three other different things that we have our we positioned ourselves in. Let's put it that way. We're not really putting a lot of effort towards them right now, but I believe we both believe that they're great opportunities, and so you know, being introduced to these things, it's like, yeah, okay, I want to be a part of that, and I'm going to position myself right now for it. And as soon as we take this property noodlers program here and get this expanded into some more cities and that sort of thing, then you know, we'll have the time to turn around over on those things and pick up where we joined in, you
Yeah.
know, and be able to create ourselves multiple streams of income that way. So that's the objective. That's why we have these. We believe in them 100%, even though we haven't really put a lot of effort towards them. But like I said, our main objective was to position ourselves so that when the time is right, that we can put a little bit of focus towards them. You know, we can jump right back in a place where you know we're able to succeed. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what I mean, I believe in multiple streams of income also. I mean, that's the only way you can make it nowadays. I mean, a job
Yeah.
working 40 hours a week to keep 20 hours of your pay every week. I mean, with gas, lunches, back and forth here, there, time spent. I mean, all that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep on trying and trying and trying until I figure a way out of that. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah.
One of the little sort of introductions for one of our businesses is as you know, just you know, talking to people and saying, you know, most people in this country, basically, when you subtract out the whole idea of, you know, the time that you spend sleeping, the time that you spend at work, the time that you spend commuting to and from work, time that you spend you know, doing the daily routines of life and taking the kids here and there and feeding yourself and clothing and dressing yourself and grooming and you know, going to the bank and the store and all that stuff. Most people in this country have about 1 maybe 2 hours of free time that they can actually have to do the things that they want or like to do.
To do. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know, when you think about it that way, I mean, most people don't even think about it that way. You know, they're out there, oh yeah, go go go, I'm a go getter, I'm doing it, and this and that, and you know, and it's like you look back and it's like, holy cow! I mean, what am I doing it all for? Where's it getting me? I'm not getting anywhere with this, and I got no time for nothing. You know, no time for friends, family, fun, nothing. None of the F's.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's the terrible thing about it, and people are so programmed that that's the way that's okay with them, and that's just never been me. I mean, they're okay with. I mean, I'm sure you guys have been a part of other things. You guys are entrepreneurs, so if you guys ever try to talk to other people about something that might be better out there, to me, it's kind of I don't understand how they don't see a bigger vision and something else that can be out there for them. I'm like, what is wrong with you? That's how I think. What's wrong with you? You don't see that there's other things out there that can benefit you. I mean, it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. It makes you really think about who are you hanging out with. I mean, I've had to stop talking to certain people in the last couple of years just because they're not on the same agenda that I wanna get to. You know what I mean? So. I
I
mean, not
do.
that we're not friends anymore. It's just that I mean, I don't talk to them on. I'm not going to waste my time going after something that is not going to be in the same lane that I'm in. So
I love that thought process.
Yeah, that's pretty much how Paul and I view things. I'm totally that way. You know, there's only so much time in the day, so it's important to be surrounded by people with the right kind of energy and the right frame of mind. And you know, it used to blow my mind about how many people, like, you tell them about a multi-level marketing, the first thing that comes out of most people's mouth is, oh, it's a scam. Or you tell them you're going to flip, you know, you're getting into flipping real estate, and they're like, you can't do that. You need money, you know, you need all this money to flip real estate, and you know, people just don't have a sense of getting out of the box. And I'm not even surprised to see it anymore, because you just, you know, one of the things, and you even said it, is programming. I mean, we're programmed at such a young age to just follow the herd and get a job and do what our parents did and get a job for the next 30 years and then retire. And the fact of the matter, the world has changed, and those great jobs you're going to have from cradle to grave with your pension and your retirement plan, that doesn't exist anymore, you know? So, you know, in my opinion, you know, I'd love to be able to wake people up, but, you know, there's years and years and years and years and years of programming in people's heads, you know, and just too many people out there will just never get themselves out of the box. Unfortunately, I'd like to think that everybody could, but I don't know. That's a debate Paul and I have all the time. I'm an optimistic person, but I have kind of a skeptical view that people will kind of wake up to reality. You know, people are too comfortable, and people just don't want to actually get out of their comfort zone.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not sure.
Do you know?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure how much on social media you guys are, but I mean, there's thousands of multi-level marketing companies out there, and I'm a firm believer that yeah, there's scams out there, but honestly, I haven't ran into any scams. I know people scam, but I have not run into very many programs that are considered to be a scam. To me, what happens is people don't succeed in it, they give up too early, and then it's a scam because it didn't work out for them. So obviously they don't want to be the blame for it not working out, so they blame the program. But in my opinion, I think for the most part, I probably think like 75%, that might be a little high, but 75% of the programs out there actually will work, but people don't work. So that's the problem. That's the issue. That's what it boils down to. That's the fact. People don't work. So
Absolutely agree with that 100%. You know, because it's a legitimate business model, right? I mean, what is the number? Like $1.2 billion in annual sales or something like that a year?
Yeah,
Those level marketing companies.
absolutely.
There's products being sold. It's a legitimate form of marketing. And like you said, a lot of people, they get real into something right out the gate, and then it's a simple system, but it's not easy. I mean, you have to take action, and most people aren't action takers.
Exactly, and it's hard. It's hard to build a team of people. It really is. But the reason why it's hard is because people give up too easily. That's the only reason. They want to be a millionaire. They want to be a millionaire today and not do the work to get it done.
I'm living proof of what you said a minute ago about you know, the fact that there's a lot of programs out there, and 'cause I spent a number of years searching around for something to work my way out of you know, construction and doing asphalt work and all of that, and I bought and tried, you know, a number of different types of programs. Multi-level marketing was never one of them, but a lot of different types of, you know, sort of business in a box deals.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd get the stuff and everything looked good, and I would get started at it, and I would try, but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have it within me to be able to do that. I mean, I had to learn a whole different way of thinking, really, in order to to change myself from somebody that kept, trying and trying and trying, but failing and failing and failing, into somebody who was actually, somebody who could take something and actually stick with it long enough to actually succeed. And I don't think it was so much necessarily that I gave up, but I just didn't have the stick-to-itiveness to just continue going forward. And I will say that, yes, I think I did probably come across a couple of things where it was like, you know what, this is just a bunch of hokey BS, and I'm not even going to try this from the beginning. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
looking at this, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. The pieces don't connect. Some of this here is just like, this is like a jigsaw puzzle in a box that's missing half the pieces. It's just like I'm sending this one back right now. So there was a number of them that I just never even I look at them and go, there's something wrong here, and I would just send it back and try to get my money back. Some of them I did, some of them I didn't. No big deal. But I guess I am one of the more the rare few who's hard-headed enough to just keep going until I finally found something that worked. And like I said, I think I got to lay a big part of that on my whole mindset of changing my way of thinking and looking at business and getting help and education from other areas that I didn't have before, that I didn't even think that I needed before. And until I started learning this stuff, realized how much I needed it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, what you said right there, one of the main things is mindset. Your mindset has to be, you have to be strong-minded in order to get through those times where you think that you're failing. You got to push through that in order to get to that next plateau, that next. You got to set goals first of all, because if you don't set goals, then you're just aiming at nothing, obviously. But I mean, they have to be little, because sometimes, I mean, you make the goals that are too big, you're gonna be disappointed because you don't get there, and I think that's where people give up. They think they're gonna make this huge impact on whatever they're doing right away, and it doesn't happen, and it's too hard, and I'm done.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
it's too hard. This doesn't work. It's a scam.
Yep. Yeah, people. I don't think people want
It's funny.
it. I think you really have to. You really have to have a deep down. I mean, as Napoleon Hill says, a burning desire, and it may not be for. I don't think it really even has to start out. You don't have to have this burning desire for any one specific thing, but if you've got a burning desire for success at something, as long as you can hold on to that, it'll manifest. It'll come around eventually. The pieces will come together, and it'll fall in place, and you'll be in the right place at the right time, type of a situation. But most people just don't have that burning desire and hold on to it. That whatever it takes, I'm going to keep doing and keep trying, and they just, like you said, they just give up and go, well, it's just easier to go to work every day and collect my paycheck and survive.
And they complain about that all along the way, also.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We've been talked about.
Hey,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I know that you've got a little experience. I know you said you got, let me fix this here. I'm trying to multitask. I'm doing two things at once. I'm getting ready to go out, and I'm doing a hangout at the same time. So sorry, guys. But you were saying that you've tried the lists before. You paid someone for a list, and you went door to door, and nothing really panned out from it. But I think that's awesome that you were willing to take the initiative to go up to a door or even cold call, because I mean, that's a very tough thing for a lot of people to do. And as you kind of guessed a little bit of what we do, and that is a big part of it for us. But the difference, and I think Paul probably mentioned this, and we talked about this yesterday, is that we're not going after generic lists like other people do, and we're not looking to like say, hey, come join our team and pay us a couple $100 and we'll give you a list of properties. We're actually just looking to meet with somebody that kind of shares our vision for the business, wants to learn how to go through and flip a deal A to Z, we've got leads. So there's leads to get started working on, like right out the gate. And that's pretty much what me and Paul spend half our day doing, is gathering leads, trying to find the needles in the haystack and those great deals, and then going out and getting them. And obviously trying to bring a team of people on here, no matter what their experience level is, that kind of share our vision of getting out there. And a lot of these sellers we're approaching, like, we actually have a service that can help them. And it's not just about the real estate, but there's other things we can offer people. So it's about, having integrity in the approach, being honest, offering people a good service, and putting together a team of like-minded people that want to learn the business and work with us, and basically, all the deals we do together be like a joint venture kind of a thing. And that's, how me and Paul get paid. Is not having people like, oh, join our team, pay us for these lists, here you go, good luck, call us when you get a deal. It's more like we're going to work together and cooperate and communicate and work these deals together and joint venture them. It's pretty much our approach. Anything you would add to that, Paul?
Yep. I was going to just throw in the fact that we even have we pretty much have what we call a Kickstarter plan, where this is like step one right here, is sort of the introduction meeting. We get to sit down, see if we feel that you have the mindset, the desire, and the sort of vision to see where we are taking, because what we're really actually looking to do here is we're actually looking to kind of change the face of wholesaling, because I truly believe that the old way, the we buy houses way, is the way of the past, and it's full of competition, and it's saturated, and it wants to do the business to where they hope, to where they build it up to where you can actually go, unless you are quick to adapt and make changes to take this where, more in the direction that John and I are taking this right now, which is pretty much what he just outlined, with the whole idea of providing a service to people in need, is really what we want to change kind of the face of wholesaling to.
Okay, yeah, I mean, this is something that I was going to be doing anyway, and how I came across your guys' videos is I was watching Cody Sperber for about a week and a half, debating whether or not I was going to buy his service that he provides. And then I came across your guys' video, and what stood out to me was that I watched a few of them, and then I watched a few of them from the beginning. Then I started watching them about a week ago from like 45 or so on from there. So I really haven't seen anything lower than that. But what stood out to me, that it was someone that I could actually talk to. When I called the number, I talked to John. So that right there to me was a bonus. It's something that I could talk to. And then we just kind of talked about my experience that I had, the experience that he has, and what you guys are doing. And to me, just the same with multi-level marketing, the reason why people give up is because they don't have someone there to help them along the way. I really believe that anyone can be taught anything, as long as you have the group of people that are willing to get the education and then sit there and learn it with each other. And then you can you need other people to bounce ideas off of, to learn new things. So many people have different talents that everyone can learn from. So for me, watching you guys, what you guys were doing, I was like, oh, okay, I need to get with these guys. First of all, because you guys are here in Phoenix. That was the main thing that I was looking for, here in Phoenix. Who can I latch on to that can teach me how to do stuff? I went to a couple weeks ago. I saw on Craigslist that, I don't know if John told you, but my girlfriend's parents, they have a couple rental properties. So I've been doing their rental properties just on VRBO, vacation rentals by owner. So basically, I just threw some through I put their home on there. For the last year and a half, close to 2 years now, I've been renting their house out. So I talk to anyone that has an inquiry. I talk to them, give them the pricing, then I get a cut out of whatever comes from there. So right now we're doing the Super Bowl, so that's going to be huge for us, the Super Bowl. But there was someone on Facebook, or not on Facebook, on Craigslist, saying make $10,000 in this month. And I know that there's going to be scams out there. Completely understand that. But I was trying to find a group of people that are into the same thing that I'm into. You know what I mean? Just to be able to meet up with them and talk to them and, I mean, grow something. So I went and they said they had a meeting out in Scottsdale. It was 3 Saturdays ago. I drove out there. They had me drive from Scottsdale to some other location, in a warehouse, not a warehouse, but just some, I don't know, just they had an office somewhere. Went to the office, and everything was just thrown around, wasn't very organized. Just it didn't rub me the right way, so I just told them thanks for your time, and I walked out and left. But I mean, I gave it a little bit of time, but it didn't rub me the right way, so I just I'm out of here. So, but I really I want to interact with people that are doing something. You know what I mean? That's what I want. And right now, I want to do something in real estate because I know, I mean, real estate is obviously it's going to be around forever, so can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be around forever. It's going to change a lot forever, though. That's the one thing about real estate, and that's kind of like what I was saying, is the fact that we want to take the whole face of wholesaling in what I believe is a whole new direction, not only just for the fact of where we are today in the world, sort of a thing, but I believe that there's a major shift that we're coming out of with the after the crash, post crash here, and where that where the whole mindset of humanity, so to speak, moving forward into the next generations is nothing like what we just came out of prior to 2006. It's turning around. It's more about the heart and helping people than it is all about profits and stepping on people like it was coming into prior to 2006, and that's where that's the We Bosses model is born out of, is based hey, your house, we can pay you this much cash, take it or leave it, goodbye, thanks a lot, next, type of mentality. And our whole approach comes from a completely different angle than that. And if we log on again, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we lost him again.
So, no, I'm here. So I just put my speaker. I'm here. I've heard everything. I put my speaker on mute just for a second because I had to run some water and I didn't want to ruin the conversation. So no, I've been here. I'm here.
Thank you for that. So yeah, I mean, I just like you said, I mean, being part of a team, that's what we're all about here. Is we want to bring in some like-minded people, like John said, that can see the vision that we have for this and that want to be part of this team, because I really feel that there's a lot of room for. We have a really big vision for this, and we're talking about being able to build teams, all across the country with these niches that we have sort of pulled out of the general scope of wholesaling that we're honing in on right now. We haven't got it perfected yet, but we're honing in on it, and the thing is right now, I believe we're the only ones that are headed this direction. So that's where the opportunity, I think, is really really huge right now with us.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm excited about is that if you guys are willing just to teach me, because I mean, yeah, I've had a little bit of the experience, but I'll tell you up front, I don't know anything. You know what I mean? So I know in one of your videos you said that you're looking for people that doesn't know anything. So basically, I mean, I know it takes work. I know that. So, but I mean, I don't know anything. And I told John before, I actually went to the real estate classes last year. I got all the classes. I went and took the test one time. Didn't pass the first test. I passed the national portion, but not the state portion. So now I just have to go back and take the state portion, and I haven't done that. Just went through some things in this past year, but I actually started studying again for it. But in the video that you posted yesterday, you mentioned, or was that today? I think it was today. You were saying that you didn't go take the test and do all that, get the degree, so you know this and know that. And I'm a firm believer in that. But for me in real estate, I don't know anyone. Like I said, I want to surround myself with people that know stuff. So I figure, okay, what do I have to do? I have to go get that degree. I have to go learn that in order to be able to do something with it.
Right.
I mean, and now I just want to finish it because I want to finish it. It's something that I started, so I want to finish it. So, but I know that you don't need
Yeah.
formal education in order to be able to be successful in real estate. Because I mean, there's thousands of people that are doing it without that. I mean, I've done it before. I've made money in it before and didn't have anything, you know. So,
Well, that's what's awesome too about how like we've developed a system for working with new people that I think is pretty awesome because it like literally it takes all the worry and know-how out of the whole process. Like really, to get started, you just need to take action. Know that you've got a team to back up anything that you do out there in the field, that you've got a team with the answers and the solutions for any problems that may arise, and just I'm a firm believer of you correct and continue, and you get ready and then you fire and then you aim. Like, you know, the first thing is take action. Yeah, you'll make a mistake along the way, but that's the best way to learn also. With that being said, like Paul and I put together something pretty cool here, I think, to just basically get somebody started right out the gate, like, you know, right at going for a deal. Like a lot of programs, I'm familiar with Cody Sperber. Actually, he's a local guy. I didn't know if you heard that, but you know, it's a lot of classroom training, I feel like.
yeah, exactly.
It's, and I'm not poo-pooing any guys out there that are selling real estate education or anything like that, because I've spent thousands of dollars and got a lot of tips along the way, but it took me so long to just get to the meat of the situation and get a deal, which is ultimately the whole reason we're here, is to get deals to make money. So like Paul, what he's put up on his screen is basically like we have like a little syllabus that we put together. It's cool. And we just basically start like day one. It's like, all right, let's go find a deal. You already, you know, one of the things that I like about your mindset is you come from kind of sales and a marketing background, and it sounds like you understand that, like, you know, you're in network marketing, so you know, like, wholesale real estate really is more about the sales and the marketing than it is about the real estate. Real estate's just our back end product. You know what I mean? If you've got the ability to open your mouth and talk to people, then you could just plug in any product that's you know, behind you, so to speak. So real estate's exactly like that in a way. So we take the approach, like, you know how like in network marketing, if you get involved with a good upline, they basically, you know, they teach and train you to basically go out there and find recruits right out the gate. Whether you have the answers for the people you're sponsoring into the organization or not, they're there to answer your questions. So basically, Paul and I is like the same kind of a thing. Like, we're just going to point you right in the direction, and then once the deals start coming, it's like, all right, they said they want to make an offer. How do I make an offer? Oh, cool. All right. Well, now that you got somebody that wants us to make an offer, now we'll talk about how to make an offer, then how to comp, then how to get them under contract, then how to take it to the title company, close, collect your check. But rather than teach you all that stuff first, let's start at the most important aspect, and that's just getting a freaking deal, you know? Let's get the deal and worry about all the other aspects later. In fact, we don't even need to worry about that. So that stuff is like putting a quarter in a gumball machine and turning the handle. That's like the back end stuff is so easy once you learn it. But a lot of people, and I know this is my problem in the beginning, is I got like, if someone actually says yes, what does a contract look like? Then what do I do with the contract? And so that's kind of our approach, is hey, we'll start right here at the beginning, go right for the meat of the sandwich, the deals, and then everything else will work itself out, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's kind of our approach.
Okay, yeah.
I have to say that that's a way. I have to say that a lot of programs, not just real estate, I believe, are built like that. That's kind of where I was talking about all those some programs that I saw that were just also misconstrued and whatnot, is you get so much all at once dumped on you, and it's not ever in a, to me anyway, it never seems like it's in a specific, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C kind of an order. It's just like, oh yeah, here's a piece. Oh, and then you got to do, and then there's this piece over here. Oh, and don't forget about this piece over here. And then there's that piece over there. And it just comes at you from all different angles, and it's all up to you. It's thrown on you to put it all together yourself and make sense out of it. And that's what I think kills people the most in this business who are trying to get started as wholesalers is maybe they get it, maybe they get all of it, but they can't put all the pieces together. And what John just explained there is what we want to do is basically, the number one piece, you're never going to get a piece of gum out of that gumball machine if you don't have the penny first. So we want to get you the penny first, okay? Once we got the penny, then we can figure out how it goes in the slot. Then we can figure out which way the dial turns, then and all that. Then we can get the gumball out of the machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
You got to have the penny first, which is in real estate selling. You got to start putting it on the deal right away.
Definitely, yeah, that makes complete sense.
And the way we do that, can you guys see this screen share that I got up?
Yeah, I see it.
You guys see the screen share I got up?
On your screen, Paul, if you talk.
What we got here, this is like what I was saying. We have a little Kickstarter plan here. It starts out, this is like what we're doing right now, right here. We actually saved the goals meeting for the second meeting there, but we introduce the confidentiality agreement because what we're doing really is pretty proprietary. We don't, as I mentioned earlier, nobody else is really going after these niches the way that we're going after them, and one of these niches especially, I don't believe anybody's really going after it, period, except by happenstance from stumbling upon it in a different direction. And then we get into, once we get into day 2 and day 3 here, we've got an independent contractor agreement because it is your own business, and you're working with us, not for us. So, we lay out our leads, the different types of leads. We get right into communication, making calls right out of the gate, and within like the first couple of days here, we're dropping 25 high-quality leads in your pocket for you to get out there to make a deal with. And we come back a couple of days later, and we're reviewing what you're doing. We're looking at how to process everything. You were dumping more leads on you, and how to communicate with the follow-ups and whatnot. So we're going right into exactly what you need to do to just go get a deal. That's because that's the bottom line. Like I said, you're never going to get the gumball out of the machine if you don't have the penny first.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, and no, that's pretty much like that in a nutshell. And then obviously it's like give you the leads that work, because Paul and we get leads from a bunch of different sources, and we'll teach you as much as you want to learn. Like if you want to know how we're getting the leads, where we're getting the leads, what the leads are, what it all means, that's all. You're going to learn all that, obviously, because when we're talking to these sellers, there's situations that we look for. So you got to know the situations, obviously, to talk to the sellers. And we do, like Paul said, we do research. We'll teach you it's all up to what you want to know. But obviously, the first thing is just getting you, sharing our leads with you so that you can make a deal happen with them. And because right now, and the reason we decided to put this together is that we can find a lot of leads, but we can't obviously follow up with all of them, and we don't want to do the approach that they're going to teach you. If you take a course like Cody has, they all kind of teach the same thing. Put your We Buy Bandit signs out there, put a couple ads on Craigslist, and go out and get a list of absentee landlords or something, and then do a giant mail, go mail 1,000 letters. That stuff used to work, but not so good anymore. Like me and Paul still do all of those things because you still want to have marketing materials out there and attraction marketing. In fact, like the list that we're going to give you, if you can't get through on the phones or other ways of trying to get through to these people, you'll end up building your own mailing list out of these leads that you'll do a mailing to, and we'll even throw that in the mix. It's like mail out letters on your behalf. I'm sorry, guys. How is this person getting through on my phone? Did they cut me off, or can you still hear me?
No, we can still hear you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've got someone named TJ Morgan. TJ Morgan. I don't know who a TJ Morgan is. I'm not going to answer it because we're doing this right now. Cool. We're like I said, that's why Paul, talked about the having a confidentiality agreement and an independent contractor agreement, because those two agreements just kind of lay out like, hey, we'll show you all this stuff, but we basically don't want you to go share it with other people.
Of course.
Because it's kind of like it's our own. These leads are pretty unique to us.
Yeah, definitely.
And so that's the one piece, and then the independent.
We're kind of pretty.
Lays out that as an independent contractor for working with us, that you're going to get paid. Basically, is what that lays out.
Okay.
So those two little things, and then really it's just like
Quit moving around, John. You're losing signal.
You want to come in to the office and use our computer there where we have MLS access to look up properties and do comps. And you need someone.
John, quit moving around. You're losing signal.
Oh, I'm trying to find a signal.
Sit in one spot. Yeah, it's going in and out.
All right, shoot. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard everything you were saying.
Oh, I apologize for that. But so that's kind of just like a rundown, and then like basically, if you wanted to, if you're interested in working with us and stuff like that, then we've got office space. So if whenever because I know you got some hectic hours, but you come down to the office anytime, work with us, work down there if you feel more comfortable doing some work, your real estate stuff, than working from your house or whatever. So like we're pretty open like that, and then again, like when you're working with Paul and me, like we're always available to talk, and like it's pretty cool because the two guys that we just got working with us in the last couple of weeks, plus a guy that's been he's a pretty experienced wholesaler, but we started sharing leads with him and stuff and turning them on to what we're doing, and he's had some great success with it. And then the two guys we got are already lining up appointments for Paul and I to go look at houses, sending out offers, and it's in the last these guys have been trying to wholesale for almost a year and have not talked to anybody in the last 2-3 weeks that they've been working with us. They're on the phones with people every day talking about stuff and getting the opportunity to make deals happen.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I definitely want to do it if you guys will have me, but I do want to be upfront, let you guys know. I mean, I do work 5 days a week, so I do work 5 days a week. You still there, Paul?
Oh yeah.
You still there, Paul?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. I know John fell off right now, but yeah, I mean, I work 5 days a week. My hours are 9 to 6 right now. But I mean, though I take an hour lunch, I can I mean, when I take my hour lunch, I'm out in my car doing something with something else. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, I mean, those 2 days I have off. Those 2 days I have off. I mean, like I said, I'll never stop trying to make something for myself. So that's what I want to work towards.
Dude, that I probably speak for Paul here. I think that's totally cool because it's kind of like work at your work with us at your own pace. Like we do want someone that's gonna at least dedicate some time to it. And like I said, like if Paul was mentioning, we'll start off with 25 leads. You work those leads. You might only have time to take 25 new leads a week or whatever and work with them. Or maybe only 15 or maybe 50 leads. So it would be like we'll keep coming up with leads for you to follow up with and teach you how to wholesale, how to talk to communicate with these people and everything like that. And it could be on your pace. If you've only got part time right now because of your work schedule. I mean that's totally cool with me. I'm sure that's cool with Paul as well. So
Okay, yeah, I mean, I saw there on the goal worksheet there, the call script. This, you guys have a script for calling up customers or I mean, calling up leads?
Yeah, well, we're going to start you
absolutely.
when we start out. Yeah, when we start out, I don't know if you guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, when we start out, we're going to start you out with one particular type of leads, and yeah, we have this script that's going to get you basically very simple right in the door. And what we're looking at here is to get you, understanding the leads, understanding the script, role playing the script, live conversations right out of the gate. Like I said, 25 leads, for you to work with. And like John said, we're going to feed you as many leads as you can handle. We're not going to overwhelm you with leads, but we're not going to leave you, saying, hey, I made these 25 calls and now I have nothing to do. So I mean, if you need, we're going to give you everything that you can handle. You got, Dave, and this is all outlined to really power through like the first 10 days of you coming on board. But like you said, you have a job, so your 10 days might extend out to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is. Like John says, it is your own pace. We put this together for somebody that wants to come in here gung ho. I've got all the time in the world to devote to this, and I'm going to put it in there. And so that's what this is developed around, so that we could accommodate that person. But this is flexible to accommodate any schedule. And so we're looking at looking at the funnel. Like I said, we got this whole little system kind of laid out to where you're going to have certain steps to get to, certain things for you to achieve, and each one's going to get you just that much closer to the next deal.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Definitely.
Cool. Then
And so, how many hours? I mean,
What's that?
I was just going to say. So I mean, looking at your schedule, knowing your own schedule, I mean, how many hours do you think that you'll have a week that you can devote to it?
Well, I know. I mean, I have the 2 days, and then I have the hour at lunch, and then I actually have an hour drive also. That's about 2 hours a day right there. That's 10. So 10. I mean, I would say at least 20 hours a week. I mean, I think it would be more than that. Like I said, that would be definitely something that I would want to do long term. I mean, that would want to be something that I would definitely want to do long term.
Right.
yeah, no,
Okay. And then
that's awesome.
I mean, like when I call John 2 days after work. That's what I do on my way home from work and my way to work in the morning when I'm driving. That's where I get all of the stuff I want to do done. So I have like 3 hours a day where I'm in my car by myself talking to people I need to talk to for the day. Because, like I said, I mean, I do the other businesses also, so I interact with other people that are like-minded, just like myself, and that's actually what keeps you going when you're interacting with those people on a constant. What keeps me going when you're interacting with those people on a constant basis, knowing you guys are all going for the same thing. So that's how I spend my hours in the car. Like I literally, it takes an hour to get to work, hour to get home from work, and then I got my hour lunch. So
Cool.
yeah,
So,
that's
like, I definitely think it would be a good fit because I like your mindset. And Paul and I pretty much, I mean, laid it all out there for you what we're looking to do. So if that resonates with you, we definitely like to, get together whenever you're, when on one of your available days and get this thing started and start working with you.
oh, yeah, definitely. So I mean, obviously we got the holidays here right now. I'm not sure what you guys do, but I work Friday, and then I know that I'm off on Saturday. Sorry, I'm changing rooms right here. My girlfriend's going in the room to go to bed, so I'm changing rooms. That's why you see darkness right now.
you got kicked out,
Oh,
huh?
gotcha. And I just,
Yeah.
So, you're off work tomorrow, doing the Thanksgiving thing.
What's that?
I said, so you're off work tomorrow, doing the Thanksgiving thing, and then you got to go back and work on Friday again.
Yes. I really don't do much on Thanksgiving though. I really don't. So I mean,
I don't know.
what's
I
that?
don't know if I was saying I don't know if I can speak for John, but I know dang well I ain't doing nothing for Thanksgiving. So I mean, I don't know. I was kind of taught I got to put a garbage disposal in, and I was thinking about maybe possibly playing around the golf tomorrow, but I don't know. That's neither here nor there.
Oh yeah, I
If
saw that on your video.
if you wanted to, you there, John?
I am, for whatever reason. I jumped in my car because I'm actually meeting a friend. Hello, you guys there?
Yeah, we're
We're
here.
here.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought I got cut off again. No, I did get cut off there a minute, so I kind of missed. I said I might cut off again, but I'd like to meet up. Saturday if you've got the day off Saturday. I'm available. I'm not sure Paul's schedule, but we can meet up around 12:30 over at our office on Saturday.
Yeah, you said your office on what, 40th Street and what?
It's right off of 40th Street in the I-10. It's actually on 48th Street, but
Oh,
that's the exit, like pretty much the 40th Street and the 10. Or you're out in the Avondale area, maybe we can do something a little more central to you and where we're coming from, and meet at like a Starbucks or something.
what does it? I mean, I know where 40. I know where the 48th Street exit is right there. Right by. That's by. Are you guys south or north?
Is then you can kind of see our workspace and our environment, because when you come on board the team, the office could be a resource for you. Like if you got some calls you want to make, or like go over properties or something, we'll let you utilize our office space whenever you want to, so that you can. Because I know sometimes doing phone calls for some people at home or working on stuff can be a distraction. So
Yeah.
I like to be in the office just so you can kind of see the workspace that's available to you too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's not a problem with me. That would be great.
Yeah, let's do that. Saturday is definitely a good day, I think, and that's right around the corner to gives us time to put everything together for you. And I mean, we can get you started immediately if you're interested. I can email you over right now the confidentiality agreement, so you can look over that and understand what it is that we're looking for. Because I mean, we're looking for people that want to commit to the team, and that's pretty much between the confidentiality agreement. Like John said earlier, that's basically just if you want to make this commitment, because we're not going to show you anything until you sign the confidentiality agreement, for one. Because basically, I mean, seriously, we don't want somebody to come in here and sign not do a confidentiality agreement or whatever, and then see what it is that we're doing and go, oh, I can do that. Thanks, guys. See you later. So fortunately, we need to have that in place to protect ourselves, because, like I said, we are building something here that we are trying to make turn into something really, really big, really, really fast, and we just don't need anybody, beating us to the punch right now, because we may not be really, really as fast as we need to be. So, with that said, like I said, I can email you over the confidentiality agreement. You can look that over, bring that in on Saturday if you have any questions about it, whatnot, and if you're good to go with that, then we can go right into looking at what the actual independent contractor contract is written up, which pretty much just breaks down, just the fact that you're not employed by us, you're your own 1099 type of thing, your own taxes, all that, and it kind of breaks down the pay structure of how we pay out for the deals that you find. So what kind of money you're going to be looking at percentage-wise on closing deals and all that, and the time frames and the durations and all that.
Okay, yeah.
And if you're good to go with all that on Saturday, we have you working immediately, right, John?
Yeah, totally.
No, we lost him.
honestly, though,
No,
our
no, we
approach,
didn't.
you getting, we want to give you leads that we can't, that we can't get to, so you can pull the deal out of there, so that we could all make money. I mean, that's the bottom, that's the bottom line, really. You
Okay,
know,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely, yeah, send that over to me. I'll look at that, bring it with me on Saturday, and yeah, I mean, wherever you can get me to where on Saturday I can actually put some work in, since because the at work, the way it works is we get our schedule on Friday about 5 or 6. Okay, so I really don't know what days I will work
Uh,
next week. I know that I'll be probably working 9 to 6, but I don't
sounds
know
like,
what day.
that's
like you're
okay.
working a restaurant.
Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
it's flexible with us too. Like I said, like sometimes the best time to make a couple phone calls or go knock on a door is later anyway. So I mean, whatever your schedule is, I'm sure we can make it work and everything. But
Yeah,
guys, listen, I gotta go because I've got I'm heading out with a friend here. It
Yeah,
was
that's
awesome
fine.
finally getting to talk with you, Craig. And so we're on for Saturday at 12:30, guys.
yep, Saturday
You
12:30.
know what time?
And we'll go meet at the office.
Yep, that works. Yeah, John, just text me
30 or
the address.
Oh, yep, I will text
12:30,
you
or do
the
we
ad.
want
And yeah, anything comes up, give me a call. But otherwise, yeah, 12:30 Saturday. I'll go ahead and I'll text you the address, and I'll say it was cool doing this hangout with you guys, and I will chat with you guys later.
Hey, any specific reason why 12:30, or do you want to do it earlier?
I've got Opus at 10 to 12,
Oh, okay.
and you might
All right,
you might be dragged down
12:30 it is. Yeah, I might sit in with you on that. We'll see. We'll talk about that later.
there. That's why, and it's about. They usually end the meeting at like 12, and then we're right by the office, so that's
Okay.
my reason. But
All right, get out
all
of
right,
here.
perfect.
Then. Go meet your friend.
Yep, I'm just shutting my friend's door. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
All right. So cool. All right, 12:30. That works for you then too.
Yeah, yeah, that works for me on Saturday.
Craig.
12:30. Yep, definitely.
Okay, and the email address that I invited you here, I can send that agreement over.
Yeah, it's Craig Joseph Brown at gmail.com.
Yeah, the address I can send that over to that one.
Yeah,
Perfect. And
you have it already?
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, we can.
Oh yeah, because you sent me the
Literally,
yeah.
if you're, if you want, yeah, exactly. Say if you want to, even tomorrow, if you want to, if you and I, if you want to get together on a phone call or on another hangout or whatever, and discuss that agreement, and we can basically put that step out of the way even before Saturday. That's fine with me. Like I said, I don't have major plans for Thanksgiving. I'm not home, obviously. The wife's in Tahoe, so yeah. If you have any questions or anything you want to discuss that tomorrow, feel free. Do you have my phone number?
No, actually, I was just pulling up my phone to kind of get that from you right now. So let's see here. And your last
I'll
name's
include it in the
Moreno?
email.
What's that?
Huh?
Your last name's Moreno?
I said I'll include it in the email. Romero.
Romero. Yeah, when you sent me, when I saw it pop up on my phone, the Google Hangout, it said, I thought what I read was Paul Moreno because I have an uncle and a cousin named Paul Moreno. So I was like, what?
Oh,
All I
really?
saw was the O. All I saw was like the O at the end. You know how your brain knows certain letters and stuff already? That's what popped in my head. I was
Yeah.
like, "Dang, I haven't talked to them in forever."
Right. You saw what you wanted to see, not what you were looking at.
Exactly. So, all right, yeah.
So yeah, like I said, if you
Definitely
if
be
you
in
wanted
touch
to,
with you tomorrow.
I'll send it over. I'll send it over. I'll include my email, and like I said, if you have any questions, you want to discuss that tomorrow, we can work through that so that that's pretty much like out of the way for Saturday, and we can jump right into the next step. Look at that other look at the independent contractor agreement, and then if you're good with what's in there, we can just jump right into it.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So plan on me giving you a call sometime tomorrow. What's a good time actually for tomorrow for me to contact you?
Tomorrow, I would say probably the best time for me is probably going to be maybe around in the morning time, like maybe between 10 and noon.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
I'm an early riser, so
Because if I'm going to go play golf, I'm going to probably head out around noonish. So, but if I don't go, then then I'm available all afternoon too.
all right, sounds good. Yeah, I'll give you a call in between 12 or 10 and 12 then.
Okay, sounds good, and I'll get that over to you right away. And until then, we'll talk tomorrow and see you on Saturday. Sound good?
Yep, sounds good. Nice to meet you, Paul.
Yeah, and just one last thing. Just wanted to say that the whole time frame and what you can devote hours wise and everything, like John was saying, that's all flexible,
Okay.
and we're going to work with you with what you can do and when you can do it. And this is actually perfect because we actually, we wanted somebody like this that has a job, that has to work around a schedule, because we want to see how this can play in for someone
Okay.
like you. So I mean, you're actually exactly the person we were looking for.
Cool. Cool. I'm glad to hear that.
All right then, I'm gonna end this broadcast and we'll talk tomorrow.
All right. Have a good night.